Yes, ma'am. The old clock on the wall says it's about that time. Happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome to Metro Sports Zone. Brad Porter has the day off. You are watching Time Warner Cable Metro Sports. You got the right channel. I'm just a different guy. I'm Sean McDowell. Brad has the day off. He will be back tomorrow. I promise you that. Prepare yourself for a loaded edition of our show, my friends, with high school football talk, along with a look back at last night's exhibition loss the Chiefs suffered against Baltimore. So why is Todd Haley so upset with last night's opponent? We will enlighten you as to those matters. However, we begin in Major League Baseball's American League. We will put a positive spin on the Kansas City Royals season to date. Yes, you know they are at the bottom of the American League Central standings, riding 4 games behind Minnesota as the day begins. However, their record in home games, not bad. Respectable. 32-36 this season at the K. That's where we're going. Kauffman Stadium for the Red Sox hanging around. Felipe Paulino gets the ball from Ned, and Eric Hosmer. He's ready to glow in this one, and, well, he certainly would. 4-1 Boston. We start things up in the 6th. It's Jeff Francoeur to the left center gap. That's Hosmer coming around to hit the dish. It's 4-2 Red Sox. Royals are catching up. Next batter, it's the Moose. Mike Moustakas. Deep right off the fence in front of the bullpen. Frenchie comes around. He scores 4-3. Royals within 1. The Moose loving it. 2 batters later, it's Getty. Chris Getz. Single on the turf to right. The Moose is loose, coming home to score. Moustakas feeling more comfortable in a big league uniform. The Royals are loving it, tied up at 4. 2 batters later, same inning. Alex Gordon, left center. Oh, nearly to the track. Good enough, though. Salvador Perez gets coming to score. That's Gordon with a double. Gordo, 3 for 5. 2 ribs. Royals by 2. Next batter, Melky Cabrera. Base hit to right. Gordo comes in all the way from second. Part of an 8-run inning. 7-4 Royals, and well, it's Hosmer adding to it. To right center, Cabrera and Billy Butler come in to score. Hosmer would turn this into a triple. 2 for 4 on the night for him. 2 RBIs. Crowd at the K tonight, well, they got their money's worth, and they got a Royals win because there will be no sweep at the hands of Boston. The Bats are busy. They earn Kansas City a win, 9-4. The Royals wear out the Beantown men with 14 hits as every Royals starter finds a hit except Perez. Paulino finds the victory. If he stays hot, well, who knows? He could find enough starts to even his record before it's all said and done in 2011. Victory number 52 on this season, thanks to an explosive 8 spot in the 6th.
You just see, you go up there and try to see the first pitch. You don't really know what it's going to do, and just try to battle and make contact. And we did a pretty good job of that tonight.
You wanted to see a couple pitches in the beginning, and see how the ball's moving a little bit. But we had that big inning where we put a couple hits together, and Paulie pitched a great game tonight, kept us in it the whole game, and I'm glad we got to get him a win tonight.
Always good to get one. You'll have one last chance to catch the men in blue before a long road trip. Danny Duffy goes to the mound on Sunday against Boston's John Lester. That is at 2:10 in the afternoon. After Sunday's home date, it is a 10-game road adventure. It will begin in Toronto on Monday night at the Rogers Center with Bruce Chen seeking win number 9. The Royals play 3 in Toronto, 3 against the Indians in Ohio, and then 4 against the Tigers at Comerica Park. They will be back home September 2nd. Now, the Royals are going to need some help from around the league if they're expected to escape last place in the Central. Coming up, we go around the division, checking up on Minnesota and more that is on the slate a little later in this edition of Metro Sports Zone right here on Time Warner Cable Metro Sports. Professional golf is a funny sport. Just ask South Afrikaner Douwe van der Walt, who is in the field for this week's Midwest Classic here in Kansas City. That is sponsored by Time Warner Cable, of course, the parent company of Metro Sports. Now, van der Walt, he left Kansas City on Friday frustrated that he had missed the weekend cut at the Nicholas Club at Lionsgate in Overland Park. His flight from Kansas City arrived back in Dallas, where, believe it or not, somebody in the airport told him that he had made the cut after all. A panicked van der Walt, he made it back to Overland Park just as the starter was calling his name for round 3 on Saturday. Love that crazy golf. Maddening times of the PGA Tour's nationwide tour. We escape or check out action on Saturday. So are all the kids there on the golf course. Big fun there. And the 3rd hole for your leader going into Saturday. That's James Nitties for the birdie putt. He would get that to drop. 4th hole now, Nick Flanagan with the birdie attempt. Nothing but the bottom of the jar. Flanagan 7 under on the day. Tough golf course there, too, especially after the rain we've had. Staying at the 4th, it's Brian Vanerish. Had an up and down day. One of his 4 birds on the day. Tied for 7th as we'll go into the final round on Sunday. To the par 3 8th we go. looks like about a 7-iron, 6-iron shot. That is Matthew Giles. He dials it in. Yeah, I'll say dials in. It's the flag stick on the fly. He would birdie that hole, and he would shoot one over for the afternoon. Ninth hole now. This would be, well, KU's native, Chris Thompson, chipping in for birdie. Looks like it might go in. Pretty good chip nonetheless. He would finish -1 on the day, tied for 25th. On to the leaders. He is from down under, but Nitty's riding high on the leaderboard after 3 rounds. The Melbourne, Australia native, currently 10th on the nationwide tour in driving distance. That is helping him to a 1-shot lead over top American J.J. Colleen. As for the local names, Joe Ida, he's from K-State. He shot a 69. Ida 7 under for the tournament so far. Thompson out of KU, we mentioned, you showed him earlier. He's still in the hunt after a 70. He is at -12. The final round tees him up Sunday afternoon in OP, where Jonas Blixt, among the golfers, hoping to make a Sunday run.
Well, they set you out for early. You got dodging the rain and everything else. It didn't really bother you at all, did it?
No, I thought it was a great day. Great temperature, no wind. It was perfect.
You put yourself right in contention now. I mean, there's some low scores to be had out there, I guess, aren't there?
Oh, absolutely. The greens are kind of soft, and the greens are rolling perfect. So it's just birdie fest there.
And Sunday, you wouldn't expect anything different, would you?
No, I just got to do the same thing again. See what happens.
What is it like when you're getting on that kind of roll, and you made the turn in 29, I think, didn't you?
Yeah. No, it's you never really realize it until you actually summarize it after the round. So it's fun.
Did 59 creep into your mind at all at any point?
No, I'm just trying to take it as slow as possible today. Just trying to make birdies.
Yeah. What's the conversation like between player and caddy when you're on that kind of roll? Is it like not talking about a no-hitter and just kind of let you keep playing, or just kind of keep encouraging you? How do you do it?
I think he's trying to let me go. He's just like, yeah, here's the putter, whatever. You just do whatever you need to do, and yeah.
Final round of golf coming up on Sunday. Chiefs fans not sounding any alarms just yet. It is only the preseason. However, Todd Haley, alarmed to say the least, especially after the way Friday's loss to Baltimore ended. The final drive, maybe, we'll tell you what's on the mind of the Kansas City head coach. When we come back here on Metro Sports Zone, you're watching Time Warner Cable Metro Sports, my friends.